Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're rewinding the clock to take a close look at a true automotive legend, the 1972 Honda Civic. This car marked Honda's bold entry into the compact car segment at a time when the world was undergoing a major automotive shift. Compact, practical, and cleverly engineered, the first-generation Civic was designed not just to move people but to reshape the global perception of Japanese cars. From its smart design to its affordable charm, the 1972 Civic didn't just start a model line, it helped define a new era of sensible driving. So, grab your cup of tea and get comfortable, because we're diving into every detail of this classic machine. Visually, the 1972 Honda Civic was a masterclass in minimalism and efficiency. Its design was clean and purposeful, with a boxy silhouette that prioritized interior space and visibility. Despite its small size, the Civic had a surprisingly balanced stance with slim chrome bumpers, round headlights, and a modest but confident front grille that gave it a friendly, approachable face. The hatchback body style was a breakthrough at the time, offering impressive cargo versatility in a tiny footprint. Honda chose compact dimensions intentionally to help with tight urban driving and easy parking, especially for young city dwellers and first-time car buyers. The exterior wasn't about flash, it was about function, and that honesty in design has made it age beautifully. In many ways, the 1972 Civic feels like a spiritual ancestor to today's micro hatchbacks, but with a charm that's hard to replicate. When it came to performance, the 1972 Civic proved that small didn't mean sluggish. Under the hood, it housed a 1.2-liter inline-4 engine that delivered around 50 horsepower, a modest figure today, but in its era, it was enough to keep the lightweight Civic feeling zippy and agile. Paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, the Civic delivered a driving experience that was surprisingly engaging for such a small economy car. The engine featured Honda's then innovative CVCC, compound vortex-controlled combustion technology, which helped it meet strict emissions regulations without the need for a catalytic converter, a game-changer at the time. Despite the low power, it had excellent fuel economy, capable of hitting over 40 miles per gallon, which became a massive selling point during the looming oil crisis of the 70s. The ride quality was nimble, steering was responsive, and for daily driving, the Civic felt light on its feet. It wasn't a car built for speed, it was built for smart, efficient mobility, and it delivered exactly that. In terms of safety, the 1972 Honda Civic was basic by today's standards, but it was competitive for its time. It came equipped with front disc brakes, which were a big deal for a compact car in the early 70s. The chassis design incorporated crumple zones and reinforced sections that helped absorb impact energy more effectively than many of its peers. While features like airbags, ABS, and traction control were still years away, Honda focused on building a lightweight but sturdy structure that could protect occupants in minor collisions. The Civic's handling and braking performance also contributed to active safety, helping drivers avoid trouble rather than just surviving it. It was also praised for its excellent visibility, which made it easier for drivers to see obstacles and pedestrians, especially in crowded urban environments. Safety wasn't a headline in 1972, but Honda's thoughtful approach to engineering meant the Civic was still one of the more reassuring cars in its class. What really set the 1972 Civic apart were its unique selling points, features that made it more than just another small car. First and foremost was Honda's clever use of space. The Civic felt surprisingly roomy inside despite its compact footprint, thanks to its tall roofline, large windows, and smart interior packaging. Secondly, the CVCC engine technology not only met tough US emission standards without catalytic converters but also delivered great fuel economy, something no other car at its price point could boast. It was also extremely easy to maintain, with reliable mechanical parts and a simple layout that made repairs straightforward for home mechanics. The Civic's reliability quickly gained a reputation that would follow the brand for decades. And let's not forget the driving experience. It was fun, nimble, and had a youthful vibe, making it a hit with young drivers. At a time when most compact cars felt like cheap compromises, the Civic felt like a well-thought-out solution, and that made it truly stand out. When the Civic first launched in 1972, its price was one of its most compelling features. Depending on the trim and market, it sold for around $2,200 to $2,600 USD. For that modest price, buyers got a well-built, fuel-efficient, and reliable car that could handle city life without draining their wallets. In today's money, That's roughly the equivalent of $15,000 to $17,000, a bargain even by modern entry-level car standards. And the value didn't stop at the sticker price. Owners found that the Civic's running costs were low, parts were affordable, and gas mileage was incredible. In fact, many first-gen Civics lasted well over 100,000 miles with minimal issues, which was almost unheard of in that era. Honda knew that long-term value mattered to buyers, and they delivered something economical that didn't feel like a sacrifice. It's this blend of low cost and high quality that helped Civic cement its place in automotive history. To wrap it all up, the 1972 Honda Civic wasn't just the first chapter in a long-running success story, it was a revolution in itself. At a time when the world was shifting toward smaller, cleaner, and more practical cars, Honda delivered a vehicle that checked all the boxes. It looked simple but smart, it drove like a charm, and it offered reliability and efficiency in a way that other cars simply didn't. The Civic didn't try to be flashy, but it quietly redefined what a compact car could be. It appealed to practical buyers, first-timers, and environmentally conscious drivers long before that was trendy. Looking back today, the 1972 Civic feels less like a relic and more like a pioneer, one that laid the groundwork for a global bestseller. Whether you're a classic car enthusiast, a Honda loyalist, or someone who just loves smart design, the original Civic still has something to say. Thanks for joining us on this nostalgic journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more classic car reviews, and we'll see you in the next one.